let's take a deep dive into Scripture with Father John Worgul and Danny Gallagher. During each episode, we'll be sharing our insights about the Bible passages presented on a related post on Father John's website, ancienthopes.org. To find the post we're discussing, go to the ancienthopes.org website and search for the title of this podcast using the search box on that page. Our discussions on this show will follow the posts listed on the ancienthopes.org website. Here are your hosts for our deep dive into Scripture today, Danny and Father John. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Deep Dive into Scripture podcast and radio show. I'm Danny Gallagher, and I'm in the studio today with Father John Worgul. Welcome back, Father John. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
We are about to talk about the windows. Well, we're talking about a lot of different things, but one thing that we're going to talk about is the windows that are high up on buildings. And in particular, we're thinking about churches or cathedrals and the way that those windows are higher. They're called clerestory windows, and
right,
on purpose, like they clear the story below to bring in light that comes into the church and fills the church or the cathedral with light. In particular, bringing light to the floor where people were standing or sitting, and to the altar area. The other thing that I thought was cool about this is that churches have always been oriented east-west, with with people facing to the east, like facing the way that Jesus is going to return.
Right, and so, the sunrise and light, right.
Yes, and that means that, pretty cool, that means that these windows would have been on the north and south side. So the south side would have brought in the most light possible during the year, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't know if they did that on purpose, but these windows are pretty interesting.
Right, yeah. So today's podcast is meant to be more positive than last week.
Really, the haunted house?
We talked the haunted house. Okay, so you think that we are sort of haunted, because of the fall and everything, but we have light, we have hope from the Clerestory, right?
Right.
And God is redeeming our haunted house, chasing out his devils and ghosts and stuff like that. Using that imagery of the haunted house and clearing out. Okay, that's what sanctification is making the temple a place that's really, really holy for the Lord to commune with us.
Yes.
And so, Danny, I really didn't have experiences of beautiful churches growing up because in the Baptist tradition, and the plainer and the more simple, the more holy it is. Right.
They wanted it to be simple on purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. So, but I had this interior thirst for, cathedrals, and I heard about them, and so I went to France.
Oh, yeah.
In 1975. Okay, when I was just got done with my sophomore year of college, and I was a Baptist, and I was going to go to France with the missionary group that was going to save the Catholics, right?
Oh yeah, always. Yeah. Let's get them out of that cult.
And anyways, we flew into Amsterdam. We took the train at night and got into this. They call them hostels, right?
Yep, youth hostel. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant experience.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't sleep much that night at all. But so I got up early in the morning. I could see the sun rising. I could see in the distance what looked to be a box.
Huh.
What it was is Amiens Cathedral in the city of Amiens, France.
Great.
And the leader said, "Okay, we're going to go there." So, the closer we got, the more definition I could see. But then we descended into the town, and you couldn't see above the buildings and the rooftops, the cathedral, until we broke into this scene where the cathedral is right there, and I was right on it with these flying buttresses, with these statues, with these tall walls, and the thing just was oozed with age. And I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
to myself, Danny, I'm in heaven.
This is